Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Sisters Talk TV. Before we get started, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everyone. Of course, you have Lucy and we also have Sin here. And of course, you guys see the title of this video, of this live stream today is we're just before we actually talk about the title or of course what we are going to be discussing, let's just take a few minutes to really just kind of enjoy life, right? Like enjoy life, enjoy that we're still here because so much stuff has been happening the past few weeks and we're just so grateful that we are here, and we are grateful that you are also here with us today. Thank you so much again, and also we want to thank our supporters, our subscribers. Thank you so much again for also being here with us as well. All right, so let's dive into the topic. I know you guys see the screen. You guys see we have Tasha K and we have Jason Lee. And Jason Lee and Tasha K are really a lot of social influencers. Jason Lee owns is it Hollywood Unlocked, and he also has a YouTube here called is it Gagging with Jason. I think also Hollywood Unlocked is also here. So they're also a platform. Hello, Nana Black. Hey. And then we also have Tasha K here on our left. Tasha K is also a big YouTuber. She also has a huge platform here. And you guys are definitely know who both of these people are. They're influencers. So they really have huge platforms. I go a long way. All right, so I know a lot of you all are really familiar with the whole Tasha K and Jason Lee beef. A lot of going back and forth, and this has been going on for a while now, and it's just, I don't know if they're part of the beef sector, but a lot of, they've been going back and forth for some time now. Tasha K throws a blow at Jason. Jason throws a blow at Tasha K. So before we do get started, I just want to say all of our opinions, all of the things that we do say here are solely all of our opinions. Everything here is allegedly. Nothing here is, is factual. So we are just giving our opinions. So don't take everything we say too lightly. To the heart. All right. So yes. So so they both, I just recently saw one of the interviews that Jason Lee did. I think let's just start from the beginning. Okay, so Tasha K put up a video of Jason Lee, and it was, I think Jason was in he was at, is it Cabos, Mexico, and I think he was a little bit too tipsy, I believe, and he just didn't look himself. So she put the video up of him, and he felt some type of way about it. So he went on his platform again to go at it at Tasha K. So I don't want to play the video. However, I just want to kind of like sort of paraphrase kind of what I got from there. Of course, he just talked about her in general, just basically lighting Tasha K up, basically talking about her looks. He also mentioned how she looks like a diabetic. She has stuff with rings around her eyes. Basically going for the low jugular, like going for the low blow. He talked about her kid, how she shouldn't be able to reproduce, and how they should take her kids away. And he also talked about, another thing he talked about was how he's gutting to take her channel down. So I think that's the main thing he does want to do. He said he doesn't want her money. He just wants to take her channel down. Now, it was another thing that was said. He kept putting a picture of her up there, basically calling her all sorts of names, raccoon, basically she's diabetic, just all of these nasty things that you would not want at least from a man's perspective, you would not want them to say to you, regardless of the gender, regardless of what their sexuality is or whether, their gender. It's just some things that you should not say and refrain from saying, because at the end of the day, you are, you're a man as well. So I did not expect, so he does throw some low blows, right? But I think the one with the kid, putting kids into situations like this is definitely a low blow. I mean, for me, I feel like he couldn't talk about anything else besides her being a mother and besides talking about her kids. Now, I understand talking about her looks and stuff, but when you bring children in situations, toxic situations like this, that really tells me a lot. All right. So he definitely went for the blow this time, because I've seen several. And I'm not saying that Tasha K is an angel, right? She's not an angel. She's had her faults as well. But I think that this one is where Jason Lee went way too far. Tasha K posted a video of him. Okay, it's just a video of him not, a little tipsy. I mean, for me, I probably would have found a picture of her, maybe like when she got her body done as well, maybe that type of picture, and posted it instead of just like coming at her and saying stuff that's just, again, that's just gutter. So yeah, like, and then it's to me, no one is right, and no one, and I'm not taking anyone's side. We're not here to take anyone's side, but we just felt that he went way too far. I think a lot of stuff that he says sometimes is not funny, and sometimes it just goes way too far, and this is one of them. All right, so Sin, hey, hey.
Hey everybody.
Oh, you're a little low. Turn up a little bit your volume. Hey everyone. Hey, I said Nada Black, Tyria Smith, Darlene Wilkins, and Kathleen Fullwood. Hey. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. All right, so Sin, did you watch the video? Like, what did you think about that?
Yeah, so I watched the video. Okay, so it's like a little bit of feedback, but yes, I just watched the video, and I just have to say, what a low blow that this man continuously goes when it comes to women. Just low blow. It's just like, if you're going to talk about what she's doing, talk about what she's doing. Why are you like, it's just like, how far does somebody go in order to talk about, oh, she looks like a diabetic, all this just kind of stuff. Like, I watched the video and I was just absolutely just disgusted. Absolutely disgusted. Yes, we know that Tasha K does throw her shades here and there, but it's just like, does it get to that level where it's just like you're going for the jugular? Does it really get to that level? So whenever you're arguing with someone, how low can you go? How low can you go? And it just and I honestly, guys, I'm really not surprised that he is about Tasha K. Seems very, very colorist, I will have to say, because he, during the Basketball Wives, the whole colorism with Basketball Wives, he called OG ugly multiple times, and defended and pretty much tried to make Evelyn Lozada look like a victim. Right? Like, who talks about a baby? Who talks about a baby? How low can you go? But yeah, guys, I just finished watching it and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And we all know, like, Tasha K, she does have her, she does have her ways and stuff, but it's just like, is it that serious? It's honestly not that serious. But yeah.
Yeah, because, and then again, we could all say that, because I mean, I've been like, okay, so Jason Lee, I don't really watch his stuff. I think I've only tuned into Gagging with Jason Lee like once or twice. I don't really find it too enthusiastic. I don't find it too funny. I just think that it's just a lot of dryness here and there. I don't find any interest in it, and to me, that's just my opinion. Now, Tasha K, there's sometimes I will watch her because she does come up, with the interviewers and stuff. And I think that's always interesting when she brings, different artists or different people onto our platform. And yeah, and there's some stuff I don't support of her either. So, but with Jason Lee, I'm just more familiar because he was on Love and Hip Hop. He kind of talked about his family, like how when he was growing up, and I know that him and his the relationship with his mother is just a little estranged. So he talked about that. We just got more insight about his life, and I got to learn a little bit more, right? Like his childhood, growing up, and I think that he did have a closure from that, but then I also think that there's still some more anger, from the past that's like, maybe because of that strained relationship that he has towards women, okay? Like maybe, let me just say, African-American women or dark-skinned women, right? I'll just say that. Because I think his mother was she African-American, I believe his mother was African-American. So maybe it's a resentment there. And this is all our opinions. And, nothing is factual here. So that's what I'm thinking. That's where this is all coming from. Because it just seems, he's not even just talking about Tasha K in general. He's bringing the baby in. He's bringing the children. And I think that's where the frustration here is. Like, you don't know what it feels like to be a mother. You don't know, what it takes to raise a child, to be quite honest with you. But here you're talking about you want them to take her reproductive, how like from her not having kids, like, someone to actually take her kids away. Like, how low can you go? You don't know anything about having kids. You don't know anything about raising children. So for you to go that low. So I think that, Jason Lee, a lot of his resentment, sometimes I think that, like Sin said with Basketball Wives, everyone has a right to their opinions, about who you like. But when you're actually talking about, you don't like this person, and he's been referred to as a colorist, it kind of sometimes shows just by the stuff that he does say. So for me, it's a lot of this is anger and all this stuff, resentment is all coming from, maybe memories when he was growing up. And I would just say there is a lot of identity issues. There's a lot of identity issues like when he was growing up. So I think that has a lot to do with how he is now as a person. I personally do not think that Jason has really recovered in terms of some of the stuff that happened in his past. I think that there's some things here and there that he's going through. I mean, who doesn't go through stuff? But I think that he fully needs to, understand and love himself. I don't see that quite enough. I think that I don't ever see him, talking, at least protecting the Black women, right? This is just my opinion again. Maybe he has, but I haven't really seen him to protect a Black woman. He's always going after women. He's always going after women. He's always going after, I would say, majority of the time, African-American women. So it's like, yes, he is, yes, Jason is, he's, what do I say this? He has his, that he identifies with, right? But that still does not give you a right to try to feel like you have that stance in talking so bad about a woman. Just because you identify yourself as this, you feel like you can throw these low jabs. And then let's get to the Safari situation, all right? And I did not want to talk about it, but I know you guys also saw the video where he supposedly they were supposed to be doing something on BET. And he was on a beach. Of course, he was in Cabo, Mexico. So he called Safari, and Safari was, I think he was at a food truck place or something, getting ice cream. And he tells Safari how big his, private part was. And out of nowhere, right? Out of nowhere. So it's like, at this time, what do we kind of label this as? We label this as you're, I don't want to say the word here, but harassing this person, because that's what it feels like, regardless of what you identify yourself with. I feel like he's becoming way too comfortable out of his limit. He definitely doesn't seem like nothing is wrong with what he did. He doesn't think that nothing is wrong with what he said to Safari. And you can tell that Safari felt offended. He felt some type of way, out of nowhere. This person calls him, and he's just like, what? Like, he felt uncomfortable. So for me, it's just like, why does he feel so, like, he feels like, I would say, entitled, that he can go, like, he can do these types of things. Because the one about the Tasha K situation with her kids, that one was a low blow. And then when I think about the Safari situation, I'm just like, dude, like, you really need to stop. So yeah, like, Sin, so what did you see that video with Safari, the one with Safari? Probably didn't see.
Yeah. Okay, so sorry, there's always like there's some feedback, but I saw the video and I would just have to say, like, I mean, we always say, okay, men, and I don't know, it was just so uncomfortable to watch. Once again, why are you asking Safari what's the size of his private part, And I definitely think that is like a way. Men also have to respect women's space too. Men need to respect men's space as well too, because you can tell Safari felt very, very, very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable, and that is no excuse. I mean, yes, you guys can play around like that, or maybe, but it didn't seem like Safari seemed comfortable with that question. First of all, I don't know, like Safari, I think he identifies as a heterosexual, and Jason Lee identifies as a homosexual. So I think that in a way, Safari, I'm not sure, like, he definitely, I think that's probably why he did feel a little bit kind of weary about it. But I think that Jason needs to be careful with that, because yeah, you guys are definitely friends, and or you guys are good pal whatsoever, but still, you got to still respect people's boundaries, especially when it comes to their sexual preferences, and like making sexual acts around them, especially when it comes into the workplace. So yeah. Another thing I need to also, I wanted to say, when it came to the Tasha K and Jason Lee, I know that we talked a little bit about it, and we didn't want to play the video because it was just so much cursing, and what he said about the daughter, it was just so blatantly foul. And it's just like, if you're going to talk about Tasha K, talk about Tasha K. Do not talk about the child. So blatantly foul. Okay, Nada Black said that Safari is a married man. Yep. But let us know what you guys think. If you guys were in Safari's place, let's say, like, if you were in Safari's place, and this is kind of a work environment for them, right? So wouldn't you feel uncomfortable? Let us know. Would you feel uncomfortable? Would you just feel like that's just a play, like they're being playful? Like if you were friends with Jason, he said that about you, whether, let's put, like, women, let's put ourselves in that perspective. Would you feel uncomfortable? Even if that is your friend? Thank you, darling. That is absolutely right. Yes, do not mess with God's children. Babies are pure at heart. That's when you know the kind of person you're dealing with. Exactly. And I don't understand how people still continuously associate themselves with him. Like, I don't understand. I guess controversial people is that's a thing now, and I just don't understand, like, people still go to his platform to do interviews and stuff when if he can speak like this about a baby, a child, why do people still go to his platform? And yes, I definitely do, whether it is from a man. I definitely believe that it is a form of sexual harassment. And Lucy, what are your
Your
thoughts on
thoughts on thoughts on the question, which, because you asked the question before, what was the question? You asked the question.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was saying, like, and this is also for people in the chat as well. Would you feel comfortable if you were Jason's friend and he put those mentions that to you, especially live on camera? Like, would you feel uncomfortable?
I would feel uncomfortable for sure. First and foremost, and just speaking, this is someone who's definitely he's interested in other men. So it's like, for me, being of the same sex as him, I would be very, very uncomfortable because first, I don't identify myself as that, and you called me out of nowhere. And third, I'm a married person, right? And I'm speaking if I'm in Safari's shoes, and I'm a married person, and you say that, oh, we're supposed to be this cool, this person, and and here you are trying to hit on me, right? And it's not like you're coming in a it's like you're coming in a very kind of like aggressive way, I would say. So I felt the way that Safari felt was the way I would have felt. Like, I would have said it nicely, and the way that Safari actually hung up the phone was the way I would have politely done it. Yes, he is very, very, very rude. And the way he did it was just kind of semi aggressive. Like, it was like, and it's just like he was using that like moment that he was tipsy as an excuse for him to behave in such manner. Yeah, he did say that he said BET had him call Safari. BET should be embarrassed. So how true is that? How true would it be that BET? I know that he did say that they were supposed to be doing a show together, but how out of nowhere BET wanted him to call Safari while he was really, and then say, I mean, did they tell him to say something like that? Oh my goodness. That it's just Safari was just like, what? Like, he's like, oh man, you got. I'm just like, wow, Safari. I would say the same thing too. Just coming out of nowhere and just saying stuff like that, and it's sexual harassment. It is. Now with Safari, with Jason Lee has had a like as far as his reputation here on YouTube, and not just YouTube, but other like just Hollywood in general. He hasn't had the best, right? The best as far as his image, his reputation. He hasn't had that. I mean, he went from Kaya, like selling the gag order from Kaya, like trademarking it. Just some malicious stuff that Jason Lee has been doing, and I just feel like at the end he just does not care. Like, it's just like he doesn't feel the need to check himself, because I feel like because he's in this place where he feels like he can also like talk somehow to a woman, I would say, then he does it, then he just does it. So yeah, I don't know. I watched again, like I said, I've watched his some of his shows, his live, the gag order. Is it the gagging with Jason? And it's some kind of dry in a way. It's not like funny at all. So, Sim, what do you think about that?
Uh, I mean, Jason Lee is honestly just one of those problematic people. and he has been like this since he's entered our TV screens. I was first introduced to Jason Lee during Love and Hip Hop. I think it was like the first season of Hollywood. And he's just been very problematic. That's why I still don't understand why Black women still go on his platform. Why? Why do they still entertain his platform? Why? Because he it's not even like he supports us. He doesn't. He doesn't support us. And for him to even talk about Tasha K's child like that, would he talk about Kim K's child like that? Would he talk about all these other racially ambiguous women he tries to associate himself with? Would he talk about them like that?
He more so praises them. Actually, he praises them. I've never really heard him, say. I mean, he throws shades. Even if he wants a compliment, he also throws a little shade. Like it's a complimentary insult, right? When you shade someone, but it's like you think that you're giving them a compliment, but it's really not. Anyways, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's pretty much just like the thing. It's just like, would he ever talk about all these other women that he associates himself with? Why are you even talking about Tasha K's child? Like that is just it's honestly just ridiculous. Tasha K, she's stuck to she. I mean, okay, she put a video on her platform, right? He was drunk, and he said he was in Cabo. He was having a good time. And then you go in your own video, Jason Lee's video, he says, yeah, I was drunk. So if you were drunk, why are you getting upset at Tasha K that she put a video in her platform saying that you were drunk? So what is the big deal? Did it warrant him to talk about her child? Did it warrant him to do that? No. If you're gonna talk about Tasha K, talk about Tasha K. Leave the kids out. Because he wouldn't, once he becomes a parent, right? Would he want anyone to talk about his own children or his kids? No. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see this going well at all because I already know Tasha K is probably going to react to this, and I don't know. I don't know what she could pull. I'm not. This is just not going to go well at all. It's really not. She could either maybe just be the bigger person, or she could retaliate. But I don't see this going well at all. I don't see this going well. But do you guys think Tasha K is going to retaliate, or she's going to just be the bigger person? What do y'all think? Because she does have a lot on her plate as of now. Is this something that she's going to want to maybe entertain, or she's just going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to let this go. I'm really just going to let this go.
I think that there's definitely some type of comeback for her. I think she's definitely going to make a comeback for this, maybe in a type of a video form or even some type of a way she's going to shade him. But I think she will have, maybe not now, but I think she'll have a comeback for Jason. But his whole motto right now is he wants to take down her channel. That's his whole motto. So I'm just like, how he wants to go around and flag all of her stuff. So I'm just like, how are you going to do that? Like, I think it's a fair game, right? You both said stuff about each other. So it's like, what exactly, how will he flag her channel? What exactly is he going to get from flagging her channel or trying to get her channel taken down? What was it that she did by posting a video of you that you felt like you have to, even, mess with her money and mess with her pocket? Like you both throw low jabs at each other all the time. So that's his goal motto right now, is to take down her channel, basically. So it's just like, where are you going with this? So let's read some of these comments. Leave kids out of it. Period. Hang up the phone. Then call call his butt up on the phone. And yes, I would exactly. Sometimes you have to check people. I agree. Darlene Wilkins said, I won't trust him around my child. His spirit is not. And sometimes, again, it's all about the spirit. Sometimes, like, based on what he said. And again, this goes to, like, let's say some of his friends that do have kids. Like, if he's saying stuff about Tasha K's kids, it's like, what else are you thinking about everyone else's kids, right? Or even your friends or your family. I mean, you could say something like that similar to them about their kids. So it's like, to me, it's like you can't be trusted based on the stuff that you say. So I agree. Tyria Smith said most of the time it's not real celebrity that goes on this show. Exactly. And that's what I was trying to say earlier, that Tasha K's platform, she has a lot of like celebrities that come in and she does the interviews. So she actually has platform where we actually can tune into, where she brings people and she interviews them. Like, she has a lot of juice in her channel. So I'm surprised, right? Compared to Jason Lee being all in Hollywood, and then here's Tasha K. Like, I'm really shocked, right? I'm shocked. So make sure y'all don't tell him exactly nothing personal. I think I've already said that. Nadia Black said she already did a comeback. Oh, okay. Maybe I missed that. Gotta look at that. She dragged his dead. Okay, so I did see that. Okay. So there we go. So she did. I saw that video. Oh my goodness. So Sin, there was a video also where Tasha did drag his dead mother. So she did bring his mother, who passed on. She did bring him into this. Oh God, this is such low blows, y'all. Like, I don't know what to say. When are we going to stop? When are we gonna stop? Thank you so much. Darlene. Give the video a thumbs up, guys. All of you guys in here, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you're a subscriber, please also subscribe. So with that comeback, guys, like with Tasha K dragged his dead mother, what did you guys think about that? Did you guys think that was a low blow for her to come at him? She knows that his mother passed away, or do you think that this was just an equal, the energy just matched from the video he released talking about her kids? What did y'all think? Sin, what do you think?
Oh my gosh, Lucy, these people are shocking me for real. Honestly, I have not seen the video. To be quite honest, I haven't seen the video. I'm just like, how? I don't know. I'm speechless for now. I really am, because he talked about her child, because he went for the jugular, and then now she's talking. It's just like, I don't know. They're just leaving me speechless, Lucy. To be quite honest, they're leaving me speechless, and it's just like, how low can you go? Do y'all think she should have took the high road? Like, how low can you go? Right. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Miss Magic said they both put that energy into expanding their brands even. Wait, Miss Magic, do you mean they both should put the energy in expanding their brands even more? Because I honestly do feel like if Tasha K really cleans up her brand, which I feel like she's doing pretty, she's getting there, she should be on a national televised. She should be on our screens by now, because she's been in this YouTube game for a really long period of time. So I think that when it comes to these little YouTube beefs and all this kind of stuff, I don't think she should be putting her energy into it, because I feel like she's been doing this for a really long time, and she interviews all these people that comes onto her show. I honestly feel like she should be at a level where she needs to focus on being on a national televised show, right? That's why I really feel like she needs to focus, put her energy on, and not going back and forth with people like Jason Lee.
Sin, I definitely agree because the reason why I say I agree because I feel like Jason has been in Hollywood, right? He was on Love and Hip Hop. So he's been up there. He's been in Hollywood, but Tasha K really doesn't have that stepping stone where we've actually seen her on TV. I feel like she's self-made, right? She's slow, like you said, slowly building up her platform. Hopefully, we'll one day see her with with her own show, possibly. So I think she's definitely getting there. But I feel like he's definitely has that. He's a publicist. Like he's there. So it's like he's a public figure, right? So I feel like he has that platform, but I feel like Tasha K, again, she's working her way up there. And I feel like for someone with such a platform like Jason, he hasn't really done much to it. And and that's just to be honest, right? All he does is sit on that show and make some dry jokes. Like a lot of his jokes are dry. Um, so yeah, that's all I have to say about that. But you do bring up a good point though. Tasha K definitely has like a nice like setup for like as when it comes to her show. She does definitely has a nice setup, and you would think that with his kind of platform, he will be bringing like Hollywood like name, besides like Cardi B and like some other people. But I'm talking about like Tasha K brings in exclusive. She brings in people. Like she interviews people. She gets to the needy and greedy. She gets it. So I definitely see it for Tasha K. Again, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that she says, but I feel like we can definitely agree on a lot of things that Jason does that we know that we don't find too entertaining.
Right. Exactly. I think that we can all agree. Yes, I feel like in a way, like maybe he's just trolling at this point. He's probably just trolling at this point, but I feel like he has a platform, right? He's been on our TV screen. He's been on a lot of um shows and stuff, right? So it's just like, why are you so concerned about what a YouTuber by the name of Tasha K is doing? You said that you were drunk in the video, and if she posted a video, right, of you being drunk and something that you admitted, why are you so mad? That warrants you to talk about her child. And I don't know. I just feel like Tasha K also, I really did feel like she should never have even responded to him, given that energy to even go as low to talk about his mother.
I
Yeah.
agree. Now, a question I wanted to ask, seeing you did mention something like it's like they're both I wanted to add a question into what you just said. Do you feel like there's some type of like YouTube is very competitive, right? Everyone is trying to get there, but I think what differentiates us a lot of times from YouTube is based on our content. How engaged that we are with our supporters and our subscribers. What kind of information are we laying out there? How transparent are we? How accountable are we when it comes to bringing up the content? So I think that comes into play. But do you feel like there's like a some type of like competition in terms of between Jason and I would just say Jason because I've heard a lot of things that Jason does do around here in these YouTube streets, and of course Tasha K as well. But I think majority in Jason's part, he's done some shady things. So do you feel like there's a competition, or do you feel like he's like possibly um, jealous of Tasha K? There's some type of animosity there going on. Like, what do you think about that? Like, do you think that's possible?
Um, I think yes, they're both like in a way they're in competition. And also maybe he has this like festering, burning kind of. I think it's more. He's definitely dealing with more like internal problems when it comes to Tasha K. Because for you to even want her channel to get shut down, it's just like why? Why do you want her channel to get shut down so much? But I definitely think it's definitely something more than that. Maybe he just wants to be the only big blogger here on YouTube that does interviews, or maybe he just wants her whole channel to be shut down overall.
Why does he want her host channel to be shut down? Why would you want someone who's you guys throw jabs at each other all the time? Why do you feel like the video that she posted of you? Why do you feel like that's when you feel like you had enough? That you feel like you want her, everyone should go flag her channel? That you feel like her channel should be taken down?
Mm-hmm. But okay. But in Jason's defense, right? Because I'm just actually just thinking about this, right? If she knows this is someone that she doesn't really get along with, why would she post him on her page? Is there a way to antagonize him? So if she knows it's someone who she doesn't get along with, yeah. So I'm just like, why would she post him? So would you post someone that you don't really get along with, whether it is if you do blog and you guys know you guys are like sworn enemies? Would you post them on your blog page? Hmm.
Actually, a good question. That's a good question because I was wondering, why she would post him up there if if they don't get along. Like, if it's someone you don't like, and you guys know you guys have already issues, right? Why would you post? Why would you post him up there? So yeah, that I didn't understand that, and that's why I could say definitely play to say in Jason's part, like defend Jason, his part in a way. I did not understand that. Maybe she felt like she wanted to poke him, maybe make a poke at him. But maybe she also felt like maybe that's somewhere where maybe he's insecure about, or that could be something that he takes. How do I say this? Um, the soft spot of him, like something that he doesn't like to show, maybe. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like it's like it could be damaging for him, or it could make him look bad. So maybe she posted the video to make him feel some type of way. That's just kind of how I was seeing that. Maybe she felt like if I post this video, maybe I can get a reaction out of him, or maybe I know he'll react to this. And if that was the case, he did react. So, and what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is some type of like a competition between these two? What are your thoughts on this? Do you feel like this is just it's becoming to a point where they're feuding? There's a feud. I mean, there's always been a feud, but do you feel like there's some type of like jealousy between the two? What do y'all think? Because I find it quite funny that they're both going out. I feel like YouTube is such a big platform for for everyone to do their thing, right? To do their thing. We'll have subscribers that like who they like. We'll have people, that don't like this person, or supporters don't like this person, and everyone has who they like on YouTube. So I don't know. There's just always, it's like, who am I fighting to get? Cardi, or am I fighting to get Nicki? It's just like it's just like it's like who am I gravitating to? Who am I fighting for? Because we know that Cardi and Jason are friends, and we know that supposedly Tasha, Nicki is just like Is that what this is all about? Like, what exactly is it? So what do y'all think? You guys think this is a feud? There's some type of competition, maybe to get to the stars or to the celebrities? What do y'all think? Or to like, who's better? Like, what do y'all think about this? What are you guys thinking? Okay, so let me read some of these comments. Charlotte said, no, P-Talk. Okay, I think I have to go up so I don't miss anyone's comments. She needs to do apologize to Jessica's. Okay, so Charlotte says, Sankara says she needs to apologize to Jessica Reed's mother. Okay. Thank you. What was a big deal if you're just drunk? Darlene Wilkins. Exactly. What was the big deal if you were drunk? That's what I was saying. Maybe he knows that this is like a soft spot for him. Like this is like a spot where he, that he doesn't like to show, or he feels like maybe very insecure about, maybe like, seeing him drunk. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Because for you to be so triggered by the video that she posted, then something is just wrong there. Darling Wilkins said the hate is real. Yeah, the hate is definitely real because I feel like they're just both throwing jabs at each other at this point. Some senseless jabs, I would say, against one another. So I definitely agree with you all. I definitely agree. Now, Tasha K talking about his mother, the comeback video, that's definitely not something I would have done if I was in her shoes. I would have just let him have it. Obviously, he's butt hurt, and I would just focus on my brand. And again, she could also be triggered that he also talked about her children. And, mothers don't play about their kids. They do not play about their kids. No, they don't. So I can understand why she made the comeback and why she probably hit him in also a spot where it hurts. Because again, he lost his mother. So that's probably a soft spot for him. And just to think about the stuff that he did go through with his mother. So, yeah. So what do you guys? So just look at it this way. Do you guys actually feel like he is going to have her channels taken down? Like, do you actually think that he could do that? Like, and how will he be able to go about it if he was to? Like, he's adamant about taking down her channel. What do you guys think about that? I don't think he can. Like, I don't think he can take down her channel because I feel like he has to have, there may be some sort of, maybe like some legalities going on there that he could possibly take down her channel. Maybe something that was said, that was alleged. That's just what I think. Ramona said he went too far. I mean, he did go. He went too far when he was talking about the kids. And now he wants to take down her channel. So it's quite entertaining to see both of them just going at it. I feel like they should be past this though. Don't you guys think so? Like, I'm pretty sure they're both in their maybe early 40s. Let me just give an age, or they should both. I feel like they should be past this. Okay, so Charles Sinclair says, exactly, that's why she should apologize to Jessica's mom. Think how she feel about being blamed. Charlie, you do have a point. Because again, that's a trigger for her. No mother plays around with their kids. So I think that's definitely a reason that maybe she needs to also think about that as well. Because if she feels triggered about what Jason said, she should also be able to apologize to Jessica Reed's mother.
Charlotte, can you inform us what she said about Jessica's mom? Because we're not really privy to that information. So what did she say, and what's the whole thing with Jessica?
Yeah, like in depth. And if you can call in, is there a link if you want to call in? That would be fine too. Sin, is there the link to this? If you want to call in.
Charlotte, I put the link in the chat if you want to call into what happened with that situation, because we're not privy to it, or if you can just inform us about that.
Okay. Yeah, the link is there if you want to call in, or else you can definitely notify. Okay, so she says can't call. She said it was of recent. She said it was as of recent on Wiley show. Okay, so this was on the Wiley show. Is that correct? Okay. So let's see. Sin. I'm trying to get some. Let me check something. So the course game check no joke over. Yeah. So it seems to me that there is, I mean, Tasha K has a lot of like some stuff that she also needs to clear up as well. Because again, we can't really like take, as far as like in defense, again, like we said, she has her faults too. And I definitely agree. Like the wrongdoing that she did in regards to the Jessica Reed case, I do feel like there needs to be an apology on, because again, it won't be as authentic as you coming out and really trying to talk, say something about Jason as well. So now I'm just kind of thinking, okay, so with the whole Jessica Reed situation, if you don't have like if you don't really if you're not genuine about, like, let's say even apologizing, I don't know how serious I'm going to take you, or siding with you when it comes to this whole Jason Lee situation. So I feel like at the same time, these are just celebrities. I mean, they're public figures. It's like I don't feel like this will come to an end. I feel like they're going to continuously go. This is how they build their platform. This is how they make their money, by just doing things like this. And if there's going to be a point where is going to really, some things are really that's going to be said, or that's going to be done, where it's not going to be a comeback for it. So, yeah. So, I definitely agree. She does need to apologize in regards to that. Now, I know that it's not just a Jason Lee that Tasha K also has an issue with here I think that there's also a mention of, is it Around Wiggins? These are just a few people that, that there's, it's just like everyone's in a beef sector, right? Like Jason, I don't want to say Jason Lee, but it just seems like they're all in this type of like beef with one another. Yeah, so, and we just left the link if anyone wants to call in. Again, we talked about, the whole Jason Lee situation, him and Tasha K. Basically, the video that came out of both of them and how they both was going at it with each other. So if you guys want to call in, we did drop the link here. So I probably have to scroll up. So please do call in. We do want to hear your perspective on this. And we want to hear you as well, what you have to say. So let's see. It's probably not going to work. Yeah, so it's shared again. So please do call in if you want to contribute to this conversation. Like in regards to Tasha K and Jason Lee, do you guys feel like there's going to be some sort of, coming together, reconciliation between these two? And if there is, what do you think is going to take? Because for this point, I think that the stuff that they've said about one another is just it's unforgivable. So you guys think they will actually eventually work this out? And I'm just trying to be hopeful. I'm just really trying to be hopeful because it's really sad that it has to come to this. But I don't know. I just feel like, hopefully there's some type of like reconciliation between the two. So, yeah, leave the link is there if you want to call, and we do want to hear from you all. Okay. All right, and don't forget to please do give the video a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Again, please like this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, all right, all right, all right. And oh yeah, I was just going to say, what did you guys think about the interview with um, Jesse Wu? What did you guys think about this whole situation? I know that we were talking about Jason Lee and Tasha K, but however, this is in regards to Tasha K. What did you guys think about that? Did you guys even see the interview? What did you guys think? I really thought it was a great interview. I think I'm just gonna speak in person in terms of who Jessie Wu is. I mean, she's a beautiful person. I feel like she's definitely has. We saw her Love and Hip Hop Miami. I think that she definitely is a hustler who wants to definitely take her career to the next step. And she's true to herself. And I think that she's just a very blunt person in general. That there's nothing that goes like it's all real when it comes to her. So I think that everything that she was saying in the interview yesterday was just the real and was just, she was just saying it how it is. So, and now of course Tasha herself was being playful when she was being playful, but she was also getting some of the questions, getting some of the details out there. So I thought that was a great interview, at least on my opinion. And I always think that Tasha K has great interviews when she's interviewing. I always think that she does have some, because I think that the questions that she does ask, and they really get you thinking. Even not the person, but the person that she's interviewing. So Yeah, what did you guys think about the interview? Did you guys even see the interview? I'm talking about the interview with Jessie Woo, guys. Yeah. All right. So does anyone else want to? No one's calling in. No one's calling in. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna round this up by saying thank you guys. We just hit the 1 hour mark. Yeah, we just wanted to come out here and really say that, and really address that. Because I just feel like when it comes to, I think with Jason Lee, I feel like no one holds him accountable for the stuff that he says and does. And I feel like people do hold him accountable, but I feel like not as much as they should. Right, Ramona, they don't hold him accountable. And I don't know if they feel like, just because he identifies as, another, just he identifies himself as another sex, and he feels like, he has the same right as a woman, or he feels like he should treat women in any kind of way. That's why he decides to just do the things that he does. So I would just say that I'm just not a big fan of Jason Lee. I think that if he can do this to anyone, if he could say stuff like this to Tasha Tasha K, he can say it to anyone. So that's all I'm just gonna say about that. I think that Sin could definitely agree with me on this, as we stand where we stand in regards to Jason Lee. But that's just all we're going to say. I don't think this is going to get any better between the two. But we do, pray and wish them the best of luck. That I hope they find some sort of reconciliation, because where this is going, it does not look so good. All right. So yeah, we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for for joining us, and those that tune in to this quick live. We really appreciate it. All of our supporters, please. It's 25 of you in here. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. All right. Ramona G says, when a guy mangles on any woman, it's an insult to all women. Exactly. That is just a pure insult to all women. And that's why we feel like, we are Tasha K. Like, we've been in that shoes. Like, when he made comments about OG, we felt like we were in OG's shoes too. Like, we felt like this could be said about us someday, right? If we knew he's talking about us. If we have dark circles around our eyes, he's talking about us, right? Because we're women, we're all representations. If he's talking about, she's take her reproduction rights, or taking down her channel, this is us. We're women. We're women, so it also affects us. So I think that's why we felt like, we've heard a lot of the stuff that he says, but this one was just like, okay, you've gone way too far. And I think that, we need to just make a quick little video and just kind of giving our perspectives as well. So, yeah, like when he talks about women, he's also talking about us. He's not just talking about just one woman. He's talking about all of us. So that's why we felt like, he's talking about us too. So Jazz, Surreal, I'm late. Jazz, you can definitely go rewind once we stop. But we were just talking about the Jason Lee situation. Tasha K, probably seen the video. So yeah, we're just giving our feedbacks on that. So yeah, what we thought, I would say what our thoughts were on that video. But yeah, that's all so far. That's all we have. That's all we have to say. When are you coming back? We'll definitely be back. We'll definitely be back sometime this week, or if not next week. And then we usually just kind of talk about a lot of topics that we're passionate about. So yeah. So we'll definitely come back with So things you guys could definitely give some suggestions as well, as far as like what you guys want us to talk about. But sometimes we just talk about things that we feel like, you know, as women we can relate, and just some things that we feel like that that again, like that goes overboard, like the whole Jason Lee situation, for example. Yeah, but we'll be back. Just stay tuned. Thank you so much. Thank you again supporting us. We'll be back. Again, if there's another part to this, we'll be sure to update you all and just kind of give our thoughts again, what we think. But yeah, so in the meantime, we just wanted to just say kind of give our take on this. Yeah, but we'll be back. Yes, and before you guys do go, please hit the like and subscribe button if you have not already done so. Hit that like and subscribe button, please, please, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So yeah, we're gonna get ended here. Thank you guys so much. Again, I know I already said it, but thank you guys so much. It's always good to really engage with you all. We really do. We find it so very enjoying. So yeah, we really appreciate you all. I can't feel bad for Tasha. It's not wise to attack someone then feel bad when they react the bad way. It's not wise to attack someone when they feel bad when they react the bad way. I agree with you, Chanel. It's not always, again, she like none of them, both of them, none of them, both Tasha and Jason, none of them are what's called here. They're not innocent. They've been coming at each other's neck for some time now, right? So none of them are angels in this situation. They've all said stuff about one another, whether if it's the kids or if it's just each other's just the family in general. They've all had some partake in something that triggered the other person. So I definitely agree with you. Yeah, so I just feel like this is not going to end well if they decide to continue to go at this. I just don't know what exactly is their mode. I feel like they both kind of have similar platforms, I would say, but again, they're all focusing on or targeting and other things. Like Tasha K comes with, she has and interviews like stars and stuff, and they come in her channel and she interviews them. So I mean, I feel like they're like the way they market themselves, brand themselves, their channel in general is definitely different. So yeah. Yeah, guys. I'm all shades. Chanel said, right, I'm all for, but shades attacks are different. Right, I'm all for shade, but attacks are different. That's true. That's true. That's true. Ramona G said, I just like both of their energies. Right. It's like at this point, you don't really have anyone that you're like, rooting for. Not that I'm saying this situation, a situation where you're rooting for people or you're rooting for someone, but I just feel like it is because, you want to have your faves too, right? You want to have your faves, but and it's like a win. It's like a win. It's like no one wins in a situation. You don't know who to go for because they all have they all have some type of energy that you may not connect to or some type of just bad energy in general. So it's really hard. It's definitely hard. And I can understand where you guys are coming from. Yeah, I feel like Melissa Ford would have handled this better with Jason. How so? Chanel, how so? You said Melissa Ford. How so? How so, Melissa Ford? How so? Why do you say that? Why do you say that about Melissa Ford? What do you think? I mean, how do you think she would have handled it? She's the voice of reason. Okay. So do you feel like she should have been like a mediator in this situation? Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But then again, I mean, do you feel like, well, she would have got him together, right? She would have got Jason together. Yeah. She would have got him together. Yeah, but I really feel like they both, oh, they are something else. The energy between both of them is just, it's always something between these two. Always something. I'm just trying to figure out where is the end road of all of this. Where are we going with this? Yeah. Like, where are we going with all of this? She used to be, so Chanel says she used to be like created some type of peace between the two life kind of. I know, no, he did this on his own, not the show with the penniless. He's been doing a lot when he is by himself. Oh, so Chanel, we'll say so. Jazz, why do you say that? Why do you say that? Because I kind of feel the same way too. I feel like Jason's just just self destruction. He's product of his own environment. Like that's how I see it. Why do you feel that way, Jazz? Why do you say that? Okay, Miss Swampin says, Mrs. Miss Swapna Bauman says they are both caustic in a cringy way. I dislike both. Honestly, I don't. Like I said, I just tune in. I wouldn't say I have favorite YouTubers on here, but I would say that I like Tasha K's platform. I mean, her show a little bit better because I feel like sometimes when she brings the interviewees, we get to at least hear from hear from them, like the people that she interviews. But with Jason's part, it's always a little shade behind what he does. I don't know when he's actually for real about stuff, or when he's not playing around, or when he's trying to throw fun shade. It's just, I don't know. I can't really get into his show. I think it's a little dry, and I think I've said that before. So Chanel says, right, he needs some yoga. I love with his beloved mannequin man. I love him, but he's easily triggered. Agreement swap, no like share. Right. Like I said, that's what I was like. So he's easily triggered. I don't know why, like the video triggered him. And that's what I was saying. Maybe there's a soft spot for him. And sometimes it could also be due to like low self-esteem. Like, does he have low self-esteem? Because I know he recently went in for surgery. Like, is it bypass surgery? Sometimes people are cautious, are just insecure about a lot of things. So it could be that as well. So yeah, it could be that too. Um, Another thing, yeah. So that's why with the video, what I was saying about the video, it could be that maybe that's where maybe he was like in a state when he was when he was tipsy in that video. Maybe he was in a state of like his low, like just thinking about some things. Maybe he wasn't his best, so maybe this is maybe through drinking, kind of like that. Maybe somehow he gets over some things that are going on in his life, and he, again, like you said, felt triggered. So you just never know what really triggers people. So that's kind of like how I looked at that situation. But again, it's not a reason for him to go after her children, or the way she looks, or even talk about any kind of medical issues when you don't know the person. You can't say someone looks like they have diabetes, because there are people out that are battling diabetes. Some people have died from diabetes. Some people who do have health issues. She may have health issues she may not know about, and that's not nothing for you to be played about. So again, a lot of people, like the stuff that Jason said, there's a lot of people that could possibly be offended by things like this. So it could be somebody out there who's battling an illness, and they see what he says about people with maybe saying something about, Tasha K being diabetic, and they take it like the wrong way, like he's making fun of people who actually have diabetes. So, and that's just kind of where I'm at with when it comes to that. I'm just like, I'm not at all amazed. Not I want to say amazed, but I'm not like, it's not fun. There's nothing that he says to me that's funny. Again, I think that these are all just dry jokes in my opinion. Yeah. So, what else? So so Chanel also says he's really sensitive. Not sure if that's the right word. He clearly desires friendships and genuine relationship, but rejection like Flame Monroe, Storm, and others got him acting ugly. Because he is like this in real life, but he do stuff for the back. He know who to mess with and who not to. He keeps it cute with others. I agree. Children to me is off limits, and he like a lot of men. They think dark skinned women with certain features. Exactly. Okay, so Jazz, let me just address that real quick. I think Sin mentioned this. Remember the OG situation? I don't know if you guys remember this, when he was called OG, and everyone has a right to their opinion, but it kind of like I think from then it was when we started picking up on who Jason Lee was. He called OG ugly. You guys remember? Yeah, he did. So and then here he is talking about Tasha K, and it's just like I see a lot. I see Jason. I feel like he does have. Well, I can't really say that. No, let me not say that. Yeah, you remember? Yeah, he said that OG was ugly. So what made her ugly? What made OG ugly? Was it her features? I mean, because Tasha K is a dark skinned woman, right? I want to say she has the same features as OG, but she's also a dark woman. So it's like, are dark skinned women like ugly to you? Are they ugly to him? It seems like he's always has something to say about dark skinned women. Like, what is it about dark women? What is it about dark women? Yeah, so again, that's just kind of where I would say that Jason Lee is like wrong as well. Like I feel like like people refer to him as a colorist, right? But again, I wouldn't really use that term as of right now, because I don't really know who Jason is. I don't really watch him like that. But again, he does appear, just by the stuff that he says, he does appear a little bit of a colorist. He does. And identity issues as well. I would say lots of identity issues. Yes, I agree. Yes. So yeah, lots of identity issues. Lots of identity issues. That's why he probably felt triggered. I think that, and I just hate to keep going on about Jason Lee, but I think that he is battling a lot. I mean, just like him losing weight, like going in for that surgery. I don't think it's. I think that he's still triggered by other things. There's some of his sensitive spots. I feel like he still has that going on where you could say something and he'll get. He's not that confident as he appears to be, right? And he's still battling some stuff. I mean, we're all battling something we're very insecure about. But again, he seems to be easily triggered. So, yeah. Um, yeah. So, right. So, not a colorist, but have future problems. Right. Yeah. Right. I could defend him with OG with OG. That's why I don't. Very. Tasha asked very rambunctious. So I don't think her skin color is why he doesn't like her. She does come off combative. That's true too. That's true too. But then again, it doesn't make it any better. Just from someone not really watching Tasha K, right? But just to hear like the stuff that Jason, when you think about stuff that he says about OG, and then I mean everyone has a right to their opinion. Don't get me wrong, but then you have Tasha K here. He goes at her like the way she looks, like just the stuff that says, like it kind of will come up here as he could possibly be a colorist. He just has future like identity issues, like future problems, like. So that's why he was coming for her looks. Oh, okay, just say he doesn't care for people with African features. I would say I've never, I don't really watch the show, so I don't know if you guys do watch the show, but do you guys ever see him like, interacting with people, with that at least praising people with African features? Have you guys can recall a moment? Because I don't really watch the show, so I wouldn't really know, what he's if he does or not. Right, right, Chanel. Right. I agree with Chanel G. I definitely agree. I agree. I'm just reading you guys' comments. I don't know really watch their shows like that. Yeah, I don't really watch his show. I do kind of watch Tasha. I do peep in her show every now and then. But I don't like, when she does have interviews, I do try to peep some of the interviews that she does have. But that's about it. I don't watch his show. I do not know. I only saw him on Love and Hip Hop. I didn't like him, and that's where I was kind of giving an example was from Love and Hip Hop. I think that's where we actually met Jason, and then he looked different, right? Like kind of like this picture that I have here on the screen was how Jason looked when he was Love and Hip Hop before I think his surgery was the way he looked on Love and Hip Hop, and I think he threw a drink at someone. I forgot who it was that he threw a drink at. He threw a drink. It was a woman. He threw a drink at on Love and Hip Hop. And he was he on Love and Hip Hop Holly? Was he on the one with Ray J and who was also in New York? I believe so. Either one of those, or who was on both. But either way, he kind of did reveal like how he grew up. He did reveal that. So again, that was just kind of where we kind of figured out that he didn't have the best of life when he was growing up. They are. Chanel said ice cream when he said crab claw. I've never heard that before. I used to watch Hollywood Unlocked heavy. The After Dark is a bit too much for me. Is the After Dark? Is that the gag? Is that the one gagging with Jason? Is that one? Chanel. Tyler Brooks said he said a lot of stuff about black women. I don't watch him, period. He's colorist, just like his boy Floyd Mayweather. Is that why they're aren't they friends? They're really good friends, I think. And I feel like, why does he feel like he has that, like he's comfortable to talk about black women and like no one says nothing to him about it? Like, and not that I'm saying that, everyone should, how do I say this? Um, that, we should be able to tell people or guide people on what to do and what not to do. Especially when it comes to Jason. I feel like Jason Lee is just a person on his own. Like, you can't really tell him nothing. And I definitely wouldn't be the one who will do anything like that of Jason. I don't think that I can ever come across with anyone like Jason Lee, because I just feel like he's just not trustworthy. So it's definitely going to be, if I was to come across him, even in business, I like the shady stuff that, that goes around that he does. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All right, so Tyler said he says a lot. Oh, I did read that. Chanel said Jason at Thirst Trap. I follow out. City Boy Living. Janelle says, "Yep, that's the gag and too much for me. I can only watch." See, the gag. That's what I was saying about the gag and stuff. I'm so sorry. I do not watch that. I do not watch Gagging with Jason Lee. Like I think I've tuned into like once or twice, and that was it. I couldn't get into it because I felt it's a little too dry. The jokes are like really, really, really dry. I can't really explain it, but I can't get into it. It's kind of boring in a way too. And that's just my own opinion, but I mean, we all have our opinions, so I just feel like it's just boring. It's not really much going on. Another thing. Um, yeah, but anyways, I think I've said this. Jean Cuevas said, "Why does anybody call him out for being rude to black women?" Exactly. I don't know. That's what I've been trying to figure out. No one calls him, and I feel like that's where it is. Like he's comfortable with who he's, or he feels like no one is going to check him. So that's also a problem. Or he just doesn't care. Like I don't think he cares if no one checks him or not. Yeah, so I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm trying to read some of these comments. How do celebrities trust him? Then again, that's also. Have you realized in his gagging show, no one really comes out to like. I don't ever see him grant like have interviews with people. Do you guys see that? Like how many big top interviews? Look at Tasha K. Tasha K is not even up there in terms of like as a like she's a celebrity, right? She hasn't been on TV. I don't think I've seen her on TV, but we've seen Jason on TV. So he's on TV, but we haven't seen Tasha K on TV. So I feel like he has as far as much experience in Hollywood, but I just feel he still doesn't have like that common relationship. And Gene, to answer your question, it could possibly be the way he moves. He's possibly untrustworthy. Not a lot of people trust him. I mean, how do celebrities trust him? And let me just also say that I'm sorry. I think I was saying something different. It could be that, you know, he has a specific relationship with some people, and some people he does not. But I can definitely tell you that not a lot of people trust Jason Lee. I don't think so. Because if they would, he would have been, you know, he would have been the first person or people grants interviews to. Especially with the type of platform he has. I can tell you that for sure. So, yeah. I'm going to read some more of these comments. Let me just see. Oh, well, this is going too up. Ooh, let me see. I think I gotta go up. Fox Soul needs to give him the boo. I don't even see. Oh my goodness, guys! I don't even watch that too. They do have something on Fox Soul, right? I do not even watch that. I don't watch that at all. I can't get into. I just can't get into his shows. I don't know why, but I can't get into his shows. Let's see. I'm just noting something here. Thank you so much, Jean Cuevas. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Fox, so yeah, I can't. I love him on Fox, so he can't handle what he dishes. Yeah, like he really cannot. I think that is definitely it. He can't handle what he dishes. That's true, and that's kind of like where that all comes in when he feels like he has to have like a hiding spot, like a defense mechanism. And that's why I feel like he comes hard at people. Like he throws the lowest jabs. Yeah. I think that's where that all comes in. He can't handle it. He can't handle what he dishes out. Yep. Tyler says because people around him don't support Black women. I think we can definitely talk about this topic, and it's definitely a topic for another day, because I think that's an issue here, an issue in the society. But that's definitely going to be a topic for another day. Tyler. His name drops all of people he hangs out with, but never interviews with them. That's what I'm saying. It's not like I wouldn't interview with him either, just by the way he moves. Like, have you guys heard the stuff that he does to people? Like, how you guys see how he went over like behind Kaya's back, and her gag order, he went to Trey Market. Like, oh my goodness, that's a lot. I mean, I couldn't have that type of person around me, and that's for sure. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to get to all of you guys' comments. Let me see. Like Beyonce hates him. He tried to speak to her. She rolled eyes and walked. Well, if Queen B does that, what does that tell you? If Queen B does that, what does that tell y'all? Okay, so let's keep it moving. Okay. If I was Beyonce, I would do the same thing too. I will not be guilty by association. No. Because if Beyonce goes in there, they're gonna look at her like she's not credible, because he's already not credible. Jason's already not credible. So if I go in there as Beyonce, people will probably think I'm not credible either, or like, what am I doing here? They'll start questioning you and think you're also messy as well, or maybe also think that you're also a colorist, right? Like, He did say Nikki and did. I'm sorry, Tyler. What did you? Could you repeat that? I'm sorry, I didn't catch this one. Okay. He did say that Nikki did. Oh wow. Oh God, I can't even repeat that. He said she did. Oh wow, I cannot repeat that. No. Mm-mm. And that's probably why he favors Cardi B. Um, MJ Merriweather says, as someone who watches them both, Jason started the beef by attacking her dark skin color and implying that this made her masculine. I think this is where the beef started. Okay, so here I'm just gonna leave this up here for a second. And I think that we've been talking about this in regards to the colorist situation. So someone here brought up a good point. MJ Merriweather just said this. What do you guys think about that? For those of you that have watched her for some time, what do you guys think about this? Do I agree? I didn't see the point. I don't, and I think I've said it before. I don't really watch Jason. I don't even. When did I even start? When did I even hear about Jason? Just started watching Jason Lee. Yeah, but like I said, I've reserved my comments about him for some time. Um, Trying to see. Some comments here. Just a minute. Okay. So that picture he showed was funny of Tasha. New York's finest. Wow. Tell me how he can afford a $3 million house. Laugh all Gene. Right, like he did say he can afford $3 million. Right, a $3 million house. How so? And he's talking about he knows where she lives. Okay, she never said that she can afford. She never said she was living in $1 million house, did she? I don't think so. Did Tasha K ever say she was living in $1 million house, y'all? Correct me if I'm wrong. No. Okay, so I don't know where he got that from. But he said that he was living, I think it's some tent. Is it a condo or something that he said that he's living in? That's $1 million. Really? $1 million? I didn't believe that. I don't know if you guys did, but I didn't believe that. All right. They've been had so Tyler, you said they've been had beef long before that. Tasha was taken up for black women. He talking to industry. He used her on YouTube, and when he went to Florida to fund his show. Well, Tyler is up here spinning some facts for us. He seems to know a lot about between these two. He seems to have a lot of knowledge about what was going on with them. So he's spinning out some knowledge, y'all. Um, So he's been a colorist. Is that like so? I don't know if I want to use that term because again, everything here is allegedly. Nothing is to be taken to the heart. Nothing here is factual. This is all alleged, and I speak for us. So yeah, I would just say he has some sort of future problem, like future like problems. That's what I think. Gene MS Magic. Gene only if he works for Big Meech. In the midst, MJ Merriweather, in the midst of their beef, two of Jason's staff members left him for Tasha. Okay, that's what those two that he was talking about. I remember he was talking about. He called them rejects. Is that true? Is that what was that right, MJ? He called them he called them rejects. Yeah, he called them rejects and talking about how they should get their weave done or something like that. Yeah. Um, Tasha said he is renting. Tasha actually trusts his employees, his ex-employees. Well, I mean, that's a good question. But again, I think that possibly if she treats them, if there was a way he was treating them before, maybe she's going to do something different with them, you know? Maybe she's going to do something that Jason wasn't doing, right? I mean... and hopefully it's not for them to be a spy. I would hate that. For them to be a spy. Would you think? You think that there are a spy? Is that what you think? Like there are a spy for Jason? You think so? Even after he called them rejects, I wouldn't think so. He called them rejects, and that's so harsh, right? Your ex-employees, you're calling them rejects, really? I mean, that kind of explains to you what he thinks about them. See, this is what I'm saying. Jason is so petty. Like, he is petty. I would not trust Jason. I'm sorry. Like, just by the stuff that he says. No wonder why he doesn't get these kind of interviews with some of his celebrity quote unquote friends. He is untrustworthy. He's like the type of person he'll laugh at your face and he'll talk behind your back, right? Yeah. He is not to be trusted. He's not, at least for me, he's not to be trusted. Okay, let's read some more. I think I've answered that. Jason said he's going after her back. That shows how petty he is. Right. Didn't I think I said that in the beginning. Like, said that all he's talking about now is going for her bags. Yeah, going for her bags, and you know that she has kids. Like, how did it go so far that you're just like, trying to destroy her only source of income for her family? Not put food on her table. Why would you go for her bags? Everything else you want to shut down her show so your show can remain, so your show could be possibly one on the top. Is that where you're going? Is that what you're gunning for? Right. It's just like I said, I can't trust someone like that. It's just all types of shadiness, and no. I couldn't trust him with my life. He'll probably do a fast one on me as well, right? Pinky Yum Yum said, laugh off. So what is it? What she does to for a living? Wait, Pinky, I didn't get that. What are you meaning? What are you saying? Now he's taking. Okay, so Miss Magic said now he's taking food from kids. Exactly. That just shows you he just does not care. I think I've said that plenty of times. He does not care. This is someone who's not trustworthy, guys. He does not care. Jason, I understand. You can not everyone has their weak points. Not everyone is perfect, right? But I feel like there's some people out there who just don't care. Oh gosh, these are going so quick. I'm trying to catch up with what you guys have to say. She also rips people's lives apart who have kids. Oh, Pinky Yum Yum. Okay, yeah, and then we never said that she's perfect either. She has her faults too. She does. She does. No, the ex-employees are not rejects. I think it made them uncomfortable when Jason made it a black woman against white woman when he was friends with Chloe K. There you go. Pinky Yum Yum said she takes baths from people every day, all day. Okay. Jason is low down. So we have some Jasons and we have some Tasha K's. At least, people coming at it from different directions. Jason is low down. Okay, it's not a crime to dislike someone, but you can still be tactful. Okay, I agree too. I agree. Yeah, Pinky Young said they are the same person. Laugh out. And Pinky, I do agree because I feel like that's what I was thinking. Is that's where all this competition is going? Is this why they're like in competition with one another? That's what I was trying to get a question I asked earlier. Do you think that this is a competition? That's what I was going for. Like, do you guys think this is a competition for the top spot of who has, the best show on YouTube or who can get the most celebrities to come and interview with them? Like, what is it exactly? Yeah, like that's a good point, Pinky. A good point that you brought up. They are the same people. I would think so. I mean, they say so many different things about, like, not just about each other, but also different about people in general. So I agree. Okay, so I'll just say something. So who do you think, okay, with Tasha K and Jason Lee, who do you guys think is just, as far as like, is the worst? Like, and as far as like, just in general, who is the worst? Put it down below in the comments. Who do you think is the worst? I'm just like being messy. Who do you guys think is the worst? Between Tasha K or Jason Lee, who do you guys think is the worst? Okay, so I see a lot of Jace. I see Jason. I see Tasha takes the cake. I see Jason. Okay, who else? He said, Gene Quavis said Jason with exclamation mark. Okay. Okay. Who else? Who else? So 3 people so far. Honestly, y'all, they're both messy. That's just the truth. Okay, so MJ said Jason would not, I like them both. Jason would not be my friend. Okay. Okay. Jason or Tasha, who gets the award? Right, who gets the award, y'all, for being the most messiest and the most, like, like in high school, how they like mostly likely to succeed. But here we have the most messiest on YouTube. Who takes the award? Who takes the award? Since they both like to compete, who takes the award for being the most messiest? We'll give them the award. Jason will not be my friend. Okay, so not a blast that Tasha falls out with everyone. Okay, but Jason does too. Don't y'all think so? I'm telling y'all, this is they're both the same people. You're right, Pinky. They're both the same people. Now that I think about it, they are, because it's like they both fall out with everyone. Um, okay, so not a blast that does Jason have friends? I do not know. Like, I really don't know. It seems like the same people comes on his channel. At least he claims that they're friends, right? Who knows? Ramona G said, which would stab you in the back first? Honestly, Ramona, I think Jason would stab me in the back first. I'll be honest. I think Jason would stab. Oh my, it's so hard, guys. I don't know. This is hard. They're the same people. No, everyone hates Tasha in the industry. They don't even know who she is. But Pinky, do you think so? Okay, so that's what I was saying about the whole Jason being familiar with Hollywood because he's been on TV. But you would think that by now he would have like so many celebrity friends, right? Like he will at least keep some genuine friends around. We don't really get to see that, but Tasha K, for her to be a nobody, right? Like, no one really knows her. I mean, she's been doing a lot for herself. She's been getting a lot of like celebrities on, like coming to her platform and just get some people that are out there like on a limelight right now. She gets them and she interviews them. So I think that she's doing some really good stuff, at least in my opinion. Okay, so let's see. Yes, guys, please hit the like and subscribe button. Please, if you have not already, please, and thank you. Okay, Tasha. Okay, so at least Jason is a real celebrity. Oh my, Pinky. Oh my gosh, why are you? You are such a Jason. You are a Jason lover. Oh my goodness. You are a Jason. I love how y'all interact with us. Oh, thank you, Nada. Thank you. Like we said, we that's what we here for. Because I mean, I feel like that's what YouTube is about. Like at least for us, our platform is really engaging with y'all, and we love it too. We love the engagement. Good afternoon, man, Queen, ladies and hi, Christopher. Welcome back. Jason for sure. Okay, yes, she's just a YouTuber. Jason has a Wendy as BFF. Laughing Wendy. Oh, they are they BFFs really? Wendy? We're talking about Wendy Williams? Okay. Pinky is right, okay. They don't know her. They don't like her though. Pinky, okay, Pinky, stop. You so they just come so she just comes there and interviews them, okay, and they don't like her. What else? I'm really trying to read you guys' comments. Tasha knows a lot of people. She does. She really does. Jason will stab you in the back. Tasha will just tell you before she does it. Exactly. So what would you prefer? Someone who stabs you in the back or someone who tells you before they do it? Who is a better friend? I think that people will probably say Tasha, maybe. Pinky says, I can't stand Jason or Tasha. They set out to ruin lives. On a serious note, Pinky, and this is to be honest, true. This is definitely true. Let me just say, I would think so. And in my opinion, I think that there's definitely a lot of things that they both have done that can definitely ruin someone's life. And that's why sometimes I'm not a big fan of like a lot of these, like their shows and stuff. I'm not a big fan. Some stuff that they put out there, I do not watch because again, it definitely could ruin lives for sure. And that's why we were kind of coming out here and just kind of talking about the interview, but his live that Jason did and his gagging with Jason in regards to Tasha K. And that's kind of like what our live was about today was that, because he went for the jugular, he went for her kids. So, you shouldn't be going after people's kids, right? Like at least talking about their kids. But again, Tasha also goes after people's lives. So none of them, I mean, they're just the same people, like you said. Someone said that they're similar. So I agree. They are the same people. Let's see. Oh. I'm just noting this, y'all. Okay, I'm so sorry if I don't read some of you guys' comments, but I'm trying my best. Hey, thank you guys. They don't like any bloggers, right? They don't like any because they want to be. I just feel like if YouTube is about them, it's like they're competing for one another, right? They're competing. It's like who's gonna get to the top, and that's just how I see. That's how I look at it. They're trying to compete with one another. Let's see. I'm just trying to. Okay, so La Follow. Thank you. Wanting to say hello, listening for. Thanks, Christopher. Listen from the bushes. Thank you. Shala. Thanks, Christopher. Tyler Wright. All right. Nada. Thank you. Yeah, it's just like all about the T Avatar does the same thing when you see that type of energy out, you're always going to get it back. Wait. Pinky Yum Yum, what did you mean by that? I'm just going to leave it on the screen. What did you mean by that? What did you mean by this comment? You said yes, just like I'm just gonna say Avatar. I don't want to say her name here. Does the same thing when you see the type of energy out, you're always going to get it back. What did you can you elaborate on that? Okay, so I'm just gonna keep reading. People, no one can ruin your life unless you let them. Sorry, when you set that type of energy out, you will get it back. That's true. That's true for sure. If you put that kind of energy, you get the kind of energy you will get back. Yep. That's true. Like again, with and you guys should watch all about the T videos. That's definitely true, Pinky. When you put that people, you'll get the same energy. You can't do that to people. You get what you give. They are negative, so that is what comes back to them. That's true. That's true. And now that you're speaking about the avatar situation, have you guys realized that like the views? Like, I'm just trying to like we're just trying to be blunt here, transparency wise with y'all. Have you guys noticed that like the views have really gone down? Do you guys actually think that people really are not watching the show? Like, has it gone like? Do you guys actually think she lost subscribers? Because you guys when the panelists were all there, they're like the views used to be like up to 1,000, I believe. So like, do you guys think that she lost subscribers? Like the views are really, really low. Yes, Pinky, right? It is. It has really gone down. And this is not to like, anything malicious or anything, guys. Like we're just, talking. Because I mean, these are some observations that I kind of see. It's the wrong info for me. I'm like, Tyler, what do you mean by the wrong info? Sorry. What do you mean? She is a bust now. Yeah, she's a bust now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, things like this. Thumbs up for listening. Yes, guys, give the videos a thumbs up. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. Yeah, she's a bust now. It's so sad because I just feel like it's so much stuff that was going on and so much stuff that was being said. And I don't know, guys. She lost you, not a house. So how did she lose you? Like what was it? Was it the whole like situation with the with the panelists? Or was it just her not apologizing, at least admitting to her mistakes? Like, what was it? Her not being transparent? Um, okay, Tyler, that is so true. Yeah, that is so true. I think that a lot of, and again, that's something a lot of, and that's what we try. Our like with us, we try to just we don't try to come up with like at least in our platform, we don't try to come with misinformation. If we do, we'll clarify that. But a lot of our stuff is yeah, a lot of our stuff is just stuff that again, we don't. It's not factual. And like we say all the time, it's not factual. We just kind of give our opinions and our views about something. Maybe a show that, like one of the shows here, or just like a particular situation going on YouTube, and that's just what it is. And we really like to talk about like real life situations, things that are really going on or in like around the world. Um, so okay, so I really like SE, but I've unsubscribed. Oh wow, wow, um, wow. Do you think that you'll subscribe again? Do you feel like there's a possibility now that you'll subscribe or no? That's still a no. I would have kept watching, but she handled too terribly. I wish that there should have been an apology or something, at least for her followers. I would say, but I don't think so. I unsubscribed to All About the Tea after that foolishness, and now she treated her co-panelists, and on top of that, lying about what she said when I watched her say it. Well, there you go. There's people are. Yeah, that's what I was initially saying, that she should come out and apologize, but still, nothing so far. No apologies till this day. And do you guys feel like the apology would have made a difference? At least to keep you guys to at least stay. At least she acknowledged what she did wrong. I feel like apology would definitely go a long way, but then I feel like people are still going to have that. The trust there is gone. At least that's what I think. The trust there is gone. At least that's what I think. In regards to that, so that is Pinky Young said that is a good part. You say it's not a fact, we are just talking. The avatar talks like she knows things for all the time, and it comes off icky. That is the good part. You say it's not a fact, we are just talking. Right, exactly. And I feel like that yeah. Pinky, I'm just going to. It's not a fact, we were just talking. The avatar talks like she exactly acts like she knows the information. It's like there's no some sort of like disclaimer out there when the stuff is being said, right? It's just like it's just there. It's just being said. I agree. I definitely agree. Let's see. This is a good part. Okay, so that. Oh, this is going too fast, y'all. Okay, this chat. Yep. Okay, she agrees with Merriweather. Nope. Hanara Black says, no, I'm not feeling her, and definitely not Wiley. I like Wiley on his own show. Wait, Nana, why do you feel like, okay, so I have something to say about that, but I'll wait. Let me finish reading this comments. In regards to Wiley on that show, she should revamp her channel. For sure. Nana, I'm not sure if you're hearing a couple of our channels about All About the Tea, but you should definitely check it out. We did talk about, there's a question that was proposed in regards to whether or not she should rebrand her channel, because we did address that, whether she should revamp it. Yep. So you should definitely watch that. The past videos. We did talk about that. Too late for an apology. Yeah. Yes, an apology would have made a difference because you are acknowledging not a problem did exist. Step one, acknowledgement. And we talked about that too, like a acknowledgement, but nothing, right? Nothing till this day was said. It's like nothing. And maybe guys, maybe she did, apologize. Maybe and maybe she did apologize to Ples. Maybe, and we don't know nothing about it. So, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying if it's true, but I'm just kind of throwing it out there. Maybe she did. We just don't know it. But again, I feel like she also owns her subscribers. I always say that she owns her subscribers because you guys are her biggest supporters. She owes you guys an apology. So, and we're gonna stick to that over here at Sisters Talk. The first thing is to always acknowledge your supporters. Yeah. So, and I don't think that was done. So no, Wiley confused us, which I had to look. Oh no, swap, no, we're not gonna, not Wiley's eyes, no. Yes, I saw, I love your show. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Not at all. Not to all. Not to all. Okay, so here's what I have to say about the why, and I think Sin is not, she's not, but she does. We did talk about this too. So here's what we have to say about that show, because you guys remember that when the panelists would say that Monica, I just said her name, the Avatar would not give them like heads up, at least when they are going in, when they are about to go in live or whatever, like at least what they're going to talk about as far as like the topics or whatever. They, and I think for us, me and Sin, we came to a conclusion that, Wiley doesn't come prepared, at least as far as like the topics. He doesn't really know much about the topic, which kind of it throws it off a little bit, because I don't think he watches the show as far as like what she's like. They're different, like the kind of sector he's in and the kind of sector she's in is totally different. And I think I remember him saying that he wants to go into reality shows, so maybe he's trying to gravitate to that, but I feel like he needs to first watch the show, and maybe she should also give him like the heads up first of what they're going to be talking about before he jumps in, because a lot of stuff is said. It just seems like he's judging a lot. And it just comes off as someone who does not watch the show, right? So that's how I look at that. Not at all. Love you too. Thank you guys so much. She needs to apply publicly to Ples and her subs. Definitely. We will stand on that. We've said it from the beginning. Y'all can wait on that. Well, I don't. And I think the first thing is acknowledging that you did something wrong, right? That's the first thing. Is identifying that you did something wrong, and then that comes to a term where you're that you move forward. I think at the moment she is in denial that she has not done anything wrong. And again, I'm just saying, because if she knew she did something wrong, she felt like, I did maybe say something I should never said, I should have, but still today we have not heard any apologies. So again, I still feel like she's in that denial stage. Hopefully one day we'll get an apology, right? Hopefully one day. Apologies made by the strong of a character, and then one gets grace. You speak with fairness. Great comments. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, but like I didn't really mean to talk about, because we were just talking about the whole Tasha Lee and Jason, Tasha K and Jason Lee. Obviously, we started talking about all about the tea. But I feel like this is going to be an unending topic when it comes to all about the tea. I think they're always going to be on the limelight, because I feel like there's always something that's going to always come up about all about the tea. But I realized that her subscriptions and her subscribers really went down. And I'm just saying, I just saw that. I was like, oh, wow. Her subscriptions went down for sure. And her views went down as well. But I think Wiley's went up as far as like his subscribers went up as well. I think so. Not that I'm watching, but I'm just saying, like, at least for him to be on the show, he's getting like exposure as well. So that's possibly a plus on his end, right? because he's not bigger than All About It. Like his platform is not, but he's grown his platform, which is good. The panel definitely wasn't ready for yeah, like I don't know. I watched that twice, and they were not ready for that lady. They were not. They were a little bit rude too when it came to her. I didn't. It was so hard to watch. Like I felt like she was. They wanted her to say something that she did not want to say, or it's just like they were pressuring her. And it was just a little bit like a passive aggressiveness that was going on there. To be quite honest with you, when I watched that, um, when I watched that live with that they did with Apple Watts, it was not nice. It was not a nice live, honestly. They went too far, and I think wasn't that like what Ples was saying? That's when she was kind of backing up a little bit, and she felt like it was getting out of hand. Yeah, I believe it was that live. And I felt like there was a point where it did start coming off as like really like aggressive. Yeah, like really aggressive. I'm gonna read some of you guys' comments. I'm India. Oh, Grace, help me. You're watching from India. Thank you so much. India in the house. Would her apology be accepted at this point? I honestly do not think so. I think again we've said this. Um, it's not. I feel like when this whole thing was going on, I feel like she should have came up with an apology. I think that she's still in denial. It's still in a denial stage. You have to acknowledge that you're wrong, and then we'll move to that apology stage. That was cruel. I unsubscribed. Well, I couldn't watch it. I think I watched it only once, and I couldn't watch the rest. It was just a little too much for me. It just felt like she was just being put up out there. It became kind of aggressive in a way, and I was not here for it, so I couldn't watch it. Let's see. Anyone else? Let's see what you guys have to say. That was cruel and subscribe. Yeah, I agree. It was a little cruel. Yeah, but it was to this like I think and I was thinking maybe will there be more panelists like as far as like will there be should have more panelists come to our platform or it's just gonna be Wiley. But it looks as of right now it looks like Wiley and maybe some guests come on every now and then to the show. But I just hope that with when it comes to just make sure like when it comes to how do I say this like for instance when you have Wiley on a show and like I said I don't feel like Wiley is ready sometimes when he does come up, so I feel like maybe she should also give him a heads up because this is some of what the panelists have like said on the past is that they were never given like they were never ready basically. So I feel like that should be something she should be doing differently, like giving them a heads up whenever they're going up there, like when they're presenting or when they're giving their remarks and stuff. So I feel like she should definitely give them give Wiley, I'll just say Wiley in general, she'll give him a heads up. videos. Guys, what else do you guys? Yeah, so yeah, guys. So I'm just gonna end it here. We've been on here for 2 hours. And we were supposed to end it like an hour ago, right? But we kept going. But thank you guys again so much. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, please. Again, if you have not subscribed, please, please, please subscribe. We really appreciate it. Nobody's giving her 3 hours a day. I think her videos are starting to be an hour now. It's not no longer 3 hours, but they used to be up there for like 3 hours, right? Yeah, they used to be up there for 3 hours, but I don't think it's no longer 3 hours. I think it's an hour and she is out. So yeah, guys. All right. So yeah, well, let's end it here. Thank you guys so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. We'll catch you guys on our next live. Please stay tuned in and please give the video a thumbs up and also keep a lookout for all of our other videos as well, or whenever we do go live. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for this little conversation today. Until next time, peace, love, and blessings. Love you guys. Bye.